Good morning to everyone. Whoever is out there, good morning. And for those who are coming in, thank you for joining in. And for those who are going to be coming in later or see my live later, thank you for checking me out. As you can see from the title, hopefully you can see the title. I want to talk about, me starting with Avon, why I started selling Avon, and how it all began. In addition to that, while I'm talking about it, I just thought maybe I'll just put some makeup on too in the meantime. I will try to tell you what I'm wearing while telling the story, but if I'm just putting on makeup and not saying anything, please forgive me. But hopefully you'll get something out of it and you'll see something you like, and you're getting to know me a little bit better and know more of why I'm still selling Avon after all these years. I began selling in 2000 when I was pregnant with my first daughter. I was looking for an Avon rep, and back then I didn't have a computer or anything, so I was looking in a magazine, and there's a phone number that you call in the magazine to find out who your nearest rep is. So I called and I found a rep who was nearby. Her name was Sophia. I think it was Sophia Lytall or Sophia Little. In the meantime, I'm going to be putting on this eyeshadow, Purple Pop, so you guys can check it out. Oh, also, if you have any questions, there is an icon at the bottom where there's a question mark. If you touch that icon, and if you have a question, I'll be able to see your question. Otherwise, I may miss it while I'm talking, while I'm putting on makeup. So that's that. But I'll try to remember to tell you guys as more and more people are coming in. I'll try to remember to say that. But anyway, as I was looking for an Avon rep, I looked in a magazine, pulled up the phone, called the phone number, and I found an Avon rep. Her name is Sophia Lytall, Sophia Little or Sophia Lytall. And she lived like probably 15 minutes from where I was living. And she became my Avon. I hope I'm back on. Oops, sorry about that. I tried to get rid of my notifications on the phone, but I hope I'm back on. Anyway, I see someone there. Thanks for joining in. This is my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, so I'm going to put it on before I put on the eyeshadow. As I was saying, so I found Sophia Lytall. She became my Avon rep. I called her. She was like 15 minutes away or something like that, and I began buying stuff from her. What I actually needed was some lipstick. I think that's what it was. I needed lipstick, and I didn't want to go to the mall and the Avon kiosk. I just wanted to find a rep. So I found her, and eventually, and she would always bring me books like every 2 weeks, and eventually I signed up with her. I don't even know where she is now. I haven't kept up with her. But anyway, that's how I signed up with her. I wanted to sell Avon. I thought it was a good way to try and, make money on the side, and just bring in extra income. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was something I liked, and I always loved Avon products. It was just, my thing. Mommy sold Avon. I think Grandma, she didn't sell Avon, but she bought the products. So that's how I ended up starting to sell Avon. And knowing that you can make money off of it, I said, hey, let me try it out. Anyway, there was a lot of mistakes I made, and a lot of it was my fault because I didn't take the time out to ask questions. I think I hardly called her. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to be putting on Purple Pop. I'm also going to use this color right here as my base color right here. That's number 1. I made a lot of mistakes selling Avon. I had a few customers. My family, of course, were always like loyal customers. And in terms of just handling money, when it comes to when you have your own business and things like that, you need to make sure you separate your business money from your personal money, because if you don't, you make a lot of mistakes. And I learned that the hard way. But anyway, so moving on, I sold Avon. I didn't make a lot of money from it. Not anything significant. It was more like, little change. but I continued doing it because I just love it so much. I really do. I just love their products, mainly the lipsticks, because that was the thing I was into, was the lipsticks and the eyeshadows. So there was a time when I actually stopped selling Avon for a while because I made some kind of a mistake. I don't even remember what it was exactly that I did. But, oh, hi everybody. Hey, you guys. If you have a question, if there's any questions that you have, there's an icon on the bottom of the screen with a question mark, and I will see your question. Otherwise, if you're asking me questions through here, I'm not necessarily going to see it, but if you use that icon with the question mark beside, I think, the little box on the bottom, I will see your question. But anyway, like I said, I'm using the Purple Pop eyeshadow quad, and I'm getting ready to go out on the road anyway. So I'm going to use this color now, sort of like for this area. So as I was saying, I continued selling Avon, and I had this one customer at my job. She literally bought something every 2 weeks. Like, I don't know how she did it. She was my best customer, and her orders were like always like $200, $180. So anything I made basically was from her. She was a good customer, a very nice lady. She worked in the PR department in the hospital. But one day, I think, I don't know what it was I did, and I made a mistake with something with the way, like I said, when it comes to finances, with your finances, if you have a business and you have your personal money, you need to separate them. Because when you have them together, things overlap, you make a mistake, and then next thing you know, you're in the hole. So when that happened, I think I was like $500 in the hole. I don't remember what I did. And I stopped selling Avon for a while because I couldn't recover the account. So that was no fun. That was not nice. There's a mirror here. So I stopped selling, I think, for about, goodness, I think it was about 5 years or so. Because when I tried to sell again, I was always denied for whatever reason. Not whatever reason. I know what the reason was, but, you know, that was that. Another thing, I thought talking and putting on makeup would be easy. It's harder than it looks because I'm trying to concentrate and I'm trying to figure out what I'm putting on, even though I already have everything here. And I'm trying to stay focused. It's harder than I thought it was, but I'm trying. So I'm going to keep this as simple as possible because I'm not trying to make this complicated. I'm going to put on this is the Ink Lasting Primer by Avon Face Shop. So I'll put a little bit of that on. Get that on there. So I didn't sell Avon for a couple of years. I think it was about a good 4 or 5 years. I didn't sell it because of that $500 mistake. But eventually I paid that off and I was able to sell back. I got back into it again. Goodness, now we're in 2020, so I got back into it, I think in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. So I've been good ever since. I've learned my lesson, and I've learned to separate my monies. So anything I do make, whatever I make, is not mixed up with my personal finances. So that was that. All right. About a year ago or 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, I got tired of doing the whole bringing the books to people stuff. I mean, I went out into the neighborhoods and I would pass out books and, you know, early in the morning, trying to get people to, you know, become customers, looking for customers and things like that. And I don't like doing that. So about a couple years ago, I thought to myself, I wonder if there's a way that I can sell Avon, but just strictly do it online. If there's a way that I can be successful at it that way. Not that I was successful at it the other way before, but I was getting sales. But I don't want to go to people door to door. I don't want to do that. So I started looking up, researching people who sell Avon online exclusively. And I found this one rep. Her name was Emily Seagren. Her name is Emily Seagren because she still sells Avon today. And I saw that she is an Avon rep and she focuses mainly on online sales. So I was like, okay, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. So that's kind of where my head has been at in terms of selling and just focusing on online. I mean, I still have my family who buys Avon from me, and anyone at work or anything like that will purchase Avon. But in terms of where a majority of where I want it to go, I want to do it online because I just like the whole online thing. All right. So that is that. I'm just going to put my eyeliner on. This is my Avon eyeliner in black. So I'm going to see if I can put it on while talking to you guys. Well, I'm not going to do it while I'm talking because that's going to be too much. Forget that. I'm going to just take my time and do it here. But as I was saying, so I realized that I can focus on doing Avon online. So that's what I've been doing ever since. Doing that, putting out posts, creating content. In fact, I have a whole ton of videos and pictures just sitting in my phone that I haven't put out yet because of just lack of organization. I think that's what it is on my part. I think I need a sharpener. So that's my story. I thought the story would have been longer than that, honestly. Or because I'm trying to concentrate and do this at the same time. Man, this really is more challenging than I thought it would be. But let me try and do this. Get this on. So you at least see what I'm doing. Alrighty. And while I'm doing that, I'll focus on the next part of the story that I'm trying to tell. And like I said, if you have any questions, just use the little question icon at the bottom and I'll see your question. But I've been able to stick with Avon, I think, for so long. Because like I said, I just always loved their lipsticks because that's the first thing I started with was their lipsticks. And it was easy to find a lipstick because they categorized them back in the day like in warm and cool colors. So I knew that the warm colors worked for me. So I always liked being able to do that because otherwise I wouldn't know what to buy. Next time I go live, maybe I'll have some music in the background because this quietness is awkward to me a little bit. All right, that's that. I only began wearing eyeshadow, I think like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. I started wearing lipstick 20 years ago. I didn't wear makeup when I was a teenager. I only started wearing lipstick like after I got married 23 years ago. And then eventually I transitioned into eyeshadows and trying other stuff. So I've only been experimenting like really into with makeup for the last maybe 5-6 years, almost seriously if you want to call it seriously, but makeup is a fun thing. It ain't no serious thing. You just do what you do and you just do what you like, right? Hey you guys, hi, I see you guys on there. Thank you guys for joining in. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, let me put on, what do I have on here? Let me put on my lipstick. This is Deluxe Chocolate I'm going to be putting on. And I have my lip liner is from NYX Cosmetics. This one I think is called Expresso. I don't remember. I can't see it. But anyway, in terms of the story, I started it in 2000, stopped for a while. I forgot when I stopped. Stopped for about 4 or 5 years because of a financial mistake I made. And then I started back up again. I paid it off. And then I guess after a certain amount of years, my credit was cleared or whatever, where I was able to sell again. You know what? Let me do this from here. Avon has been around for like, I think like 120 years. They've had a lot of changes. And if you check out any of their latest brochures and stuff, you would see that they're starting to sell more Korean beauty products, because Avon North merged with another company because Avon wasn't doing so well. So they began revamping and doing a little bit of, not rebranding, but changing things up. So if you haven't looked at Avon lately, you'll see a lot of changes. I continue selling Avon because I like the products, I like their lipsticks, and I think a part of it is the fact that, you know, I saw my mom selling it, my grandmother would have its products, so it's kind of like a part of my life. So it's just something that I think I'll always be doing. Yeah, I think that's something I'll always be doing. And this is Deluxe chocolate. And hopefully I'm coming in pretty clear for you guys. I'm not going to put in any foundation or anything like that because I'm just not. I'm going to try I don't have any mascara from Avon, so I'm going to try this mascara from Milk Cosmetics right here. But in terms of the story, goodness gracious, is that all I have to say about it? That couldn't be it. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me do this part first. Let me fix up my eyebrows because these look pretty messy. Oh, wrong thing. So I guess you could say I've been selling Avon kind of off and on for 20 years. Goodness gracious, I started in 2000, while I was pregnant with my first child, and we're in 2020. So I've been selling it for a long time because I like their stuff. Their stuff is pretty good. I don't do their, in terms of like their facial products for face wash and things like that, because it didn't seem to work for me. So I don't use them. Maybe there's something out there that would work. It's just for me to try it. This is the Nudes Palette, Maybelline Nudes eyeshadow palette. I am using the gray shadow as sort of like my eyebrow shadow. That's what I'm using. Eyebrow powder, I mean. Because I've tried other ones that were specifically for your eyebrows, but I didn't like the color. It didn't feel as natural, or it didn't look as natural to me. So this is what I'm using. Oh, and for those who saw me in the beginning, I mean, I didn't have anything on my face when I woke up. That was it. So what you see that's how I woke up. I woke up like that. Let me see. I'm going to fix that up. I also have some eyebrow gel. This is a little bit neater. I'll put that on last, the eyebrow gel. I still have this concealer from Avon. They don't sell stick concealers anymore. They have another kind of concealer, but so far I don't like it. At least the one I tried, I don't like it. So I need to try maybe another one. And this is just to kind of make the eyebrow area look a little bit neater. So I'm gonna use some of that. Oh, and if you guys happen to want to buy anything, just in case you're looking to do that, you can go on youravon.com/yblake. youravon.com/yblake. And another change that they're doing now that they didn't do before, you could just go on Your Avon or just avon.com and purchase products. But in order to cater to the representatives more. The prices that you see on Avon.com is one price, but if you go through a rep, it is always lower. So I suggest that you find a representative like myself, your Avon.com/yblake, and you will see a difference. And go online, go on Avon.com on one browser, go on your Avon.com/yblake on another browser. You're gonna see the price difference, and that's done intentionally so that the reps can profit off the products. That was done intentionally. That was one of the changes that were made because it wasn't like that before. Alrighty. My eyebrows, I haven't manicured them in a little bit, so they're overdue for that. So it's not as neat as it could be, but it's okay for now. This will work. This will work. And then I just blend with this brush. Hey, I see you guys. Thanks for joining in. Thank you. Hopefully the title is up because I don't see that the title is here on my thing. But in case you didn't know, I'm talking about how I started selling Avon and why. It was to look for a way to make an extra income. And the only reason it's the income in terms of making extra income isn't necessarily anything significant is because I really didn't put the work in. In anything that you're doing, any kind of side hustle, whatever it is, you have to really put the work in. You have to take the time, plan, strategize, whatever it is, and you really have to do the work and consider it a job. And I think for a long time, in terms of selling Avon, I didn't consider it like a job. It was just this thing I did, not realizing that there is a significant amount of work that I need to put in if I want to see some kind of a significant income. So I've made changes over the years. It's taken me a while, but it's better late than never. So I'm getting there. Learning what to do, figuring out I've made a lot of mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes I've learned is not to try and figure it out all by yourself. That was my biggest thing. Trying to figure it out all by myself, not asking for help. I don't even think the representative I signed up under, I don't even remember if I asked her any questions, honestly. I think she might have asked me, how's everything going? And I said, okay. Like, I was just afraid to ask questions. Not because I don't think of stubbornness or anything. I just thought maybe I was supposed to figure it out by myself, I think. But I know better now. Ask questions, ask for help. Surround yourself with people who can help you out. Because the point is you want to be successful in this thing. All right, so that is that. I have this is the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. I'm not too crazy about it. The first eyebrow gel I ever used was the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow gel. And that was literally like, I feel like I was putting on hairspray. It really kept my eyebrows intact. This one is okay, but it's also less expensive. So in some things, you do get what you pay for. And this is more like for people whose eyebrows are more sparse or not as thick as mine. So that's why the Anastasia works better for me, I think. So that is that. All right. I'm going to blend this eyeshadow a little bit more. I didn't do my mascara yet. In terms of mascara, I think I said it before, I don't use any Avon mascaras. I haven't tried it yet. One day I will. But the cheaper mascaras like the Maybelline and things like that, those don't work because I noticed that my eyelashes fall out. And I tried the IT Cosmetics mascara and I forgot the other one, the Lancome mascara, and those didn't make my eyelashes fall out. So this is the Milk Cosmetics. What did I say before? The IT Cosmetics was the first eyelash mascara I tried before that worked. It was the Hero IT Cosmetics. And I also tried the Lancome mascara. I'm going to try the Milk Cosmetics mascara right now. This is my first time trying it out. So we'll see. I got this sample pack for as a birthday gift from Sephora. So this looks pretty nice. I'm gonna need a mirror so I can see a little bit better. Anytime you want to start a business or begin a business, whether it be Avon, Mary Kay, whatever it is, beauty, service, Tupperware, candles, anything, you have to separate your monies. Don't mix it up with your personal money. And you have to treat it like a legit business. You have to treat it like it's your job. You have to work it like your job. You can't just sit there and think that people are just going to come to you and buy from you. Where some people, it is easy like that. They know that you sell Avon and then you just have customers easy like that. But other people, we got to work a little bit harder at it. I think I'm almost done. Oh, I didn't put on my powder. This is my Physicians Formula Bronzing Healthy Glow Bronzer. So that is, I'm going to put that on and then I'm done. That's it. How long did this take? This is a half an hour? It's a long live, goodness gracious. I thought I would be quicker than that. But that is that. I think it's pretty simple. I think a half an hour is too long to put on makeup, but then again, I was also talking and telling you a little bit about my story. So hopefully in the midst of me talking and putting on makeup, you guys were able to understand. Thank you. Thank you, J. Jimmy. I see that. Thank you very much. Hopefully you were able to get my story and everything I had to say and that it made sense. Eventually, I think I'm going to learn how to do the whole contour thing because I do want to, you know, make right here look a little bit better. I just look a little tired, but I think that's where baking and stuff like that comes in, and that's a whole nother level of makeup, putting on makeup. But eventually I'll figure it out. I'll learn. And I'll show you guys, and you guys can come along and learn with me. All right. So I am going to recap everything that I put on. And like I said, if there's anything on here that you like, you can go on my website, www.youravon.com/yblake. And yeah, just all these things are there. The eyeshadow I use in Purple Pop, that is on there. The lipstick I have that I'm wearing is in Deluxe Chocolate, so you can find that there. The concealer, they don't have the stick concealers anymore, so they did away with that, so that's not on there. But basically that's it, because like I said, my main things that I purchase Avon from are the lipsticks and the eyeshadows, and everything else I'm just kind of playing around with. So, but I think that is that. So this live will be uploaded to my Instagram stories, so you guys can refer back to it later. And I think that's it. So this is my finished look. So you saw it from beginning to end. You saw everything I did, and it wasn't that bad. Oh, bad teeth. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It was a little challenging, but I'm glad I did it. This was my first live, so thank you for being a part of my first live. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you again. And hopefully I'll be doing these things a little bit more often. And of course, as I'm doing it more often, it'll be easier and easier. So again, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time. How do you end this? Okay, bye.